Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Tonight I want to talk about words of mouth. It's a phenomenon. It's my thought that it's a phenomenon. Words of Mouth's history as a club began in the year 1989 and is still flourishing in the year 2012. My question is, what caused this club to flourish while other clubs wilted and perhaps died on the vine? Does Words of Mouth have a secret formula known only to its members? Is this the reason why Words of Mouth is celebrating its 23rd year as a vibrant, welcoming club with a consistent membership roster? The answer is, of course, no. Hard work and dedication on the part of officers and members created this climate, and consistency has carried the club through its 23 years to the present day. I've used the word climate, but I think there's a better definition that I would call organizational climate that best defines the recurring patterns of behaviors, attitudes, and feelings that characterize life in an organization. It is clear and more pertinent a definition of the process and actions that have kept Words of Mouth both vibrant and relevant throughout the 23 years of its existence. The organizational climate influences the performance and growth of the club and its members. If most of those conditions are positive, the chances for enhancing individual performance is high. On the other hand, if the climate is negative, the future is not certain as it pertains to long-term success for the organization and for the individuals who make up the organization. I'm now going to take this organizational climate a step further and seg into a new name. For the rest of this presentation, I will define the ethos of this organizational climate as it pertains to Words of Mouth as the cordiality climate. Those of us who have come into Words of Mouth in the years after the club's inception are so fortunate to be a part of this organization. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my very first encounter with Toastmasters, and this happened quite a long time ago. I happened to see an article in our community newspaper about a local Toastmasters club, and they were inviting people to come as guests to sit in on a meeting to see how they liked it. I went. I walked into a room and I saw a long rectangular table, and I saw a very dimly lit room. It almost looked like the lighting in the neighborhood tavern, actually. And when I looked a little further, I saw that the only people in this room were male people. I was the only female. And when I looked into the faces of the people sitting around that table, I saw not only distaste, but a very unwelcoming look. I mean, it didn't take too much body language to tell me that, boy, they sure didn't expect a woman. And yet I was the only visitor that night. On the other hand, I looked at them and I thought, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into here? Should I stay? This was not the kind of meeting that I had anticipated at all. I did stay, but I never returned, as I didn't have the desire to ever meet with these intractable individuals. And believe me, there was no sign of the cordiality climate in that room on that evening. Fast forward to October of 2011. I was invited by a Words of Mouth member, Caroline Bergmeyer, thank you Caroline, to be a guest at the Words of Mouth meeting. I decided to give Toastmasters another try. The minute I walked into the meeting room, I knew I had landed in the cordiality climate. It was all there. Welcoming members, comfortable surroundings, a relevant agenda ranging from club business to speeches, evaluations, table topics, reports, and the opportunity for guests to speak if they wished. I wished, and I did speak up that evening. I made up my mind that very night that I was going to join Words of Mouth, and I've just passed my first anniversary as a member. Now would be a good time to further define the cordiality climate. Let's start with the definition of cordiality. Cordiality is defined as kindly concern, interest, support, thoughtfulness. I've taken the liberty of using the word cordiality as an acronym to describe the so-called secrets of a well-rounded club such as Words of Mouth. C. C is for camaraderie, defined as goodwill, lighthearted rapport among friends, and comradeship. O is for openness, a philosophical position from which a club can operate. It encourages a decision-making process that includes input from leadership and membership. R is for regular attendance, an absolutely essential element in maintaining and growing a vital and relevant club. D is for debut. One of the most important things a WOM member can do is to be there for the new club member. While the new member will have an assigned mentor, each club member will influence this new member through camaraderie, answering questions, giving positive feedback, in short, being there as a friendly, cared individual. I is for interest. It would be coming forward to take a leadership role. It would be participating in club events or helping a new member. It could be taking part in discussion of club issues that arise from time to time. A is for attentiveness. We should reserve daydreaming for another time and place. Each element of the Words of Mouth meeting is important. No time can be wasted in the hour and 45 minutes allocated for club speeches, table topics, and so on. L is for listening. Each of us should be the kind of person all public speakers would like to have in their audience. Those who listen, those people who take in the concepts being communicated, think them through, then either question them, accept them, or dismiss them. I is for interaction, an important component of cordiality. It is the glue that holds the club together. Listening to others, discussing their ideas and thoughts, and then sharing yours promotes healthy discourse and positive outcomes. I have 2 more left. The next one is T. T is for teaching. Each member of Words of Mouth is a teacher. We teach through formal and informal mentorship, through our speeches, through table topics, and informal conversation. We teach new members, but we also teach each other. Y is for you. An iconic poster could be seen everywhere many years ago. The message was, Uncle Sam wants you. Well, tonight, Words of Mouth wants you. It wants you to continue creating a favorable cordiality climate, one that sustains Words of Mouth for many years to come. It doesn't mean that we have to do new and different things. It means that we must continue to nurture this cordiality climate that has been in the making since the inception of Words of Mouth in 1989, and passing along the enthusiasm and dedication to those of us who are new to Words of Mouth. Thank you, Words of Mouth, for creating and maintaining a climate that provides a comfort zone for members and visitors alike.